But here's where it gets controversial. Democrats are framing the White House's threat of layoffs as an act of intimidation, yet the shutdown looms as a test of willpower and political resolve. As the federal government braces for a potential collapse, lawmakers are caught in a high-stakes game of negotiation where every move could reshape the nation's future. The White House, under President Trump, has long used executive action to pressure agencies into concessions. But now the stakes are higher. Funding deadlines are looming, and the line between policy and politics is thinning. The Office of Management and Budget, OMB, sent a stark warning to federal agencies on Wednesday, urging them to consider reduction in force, RIF notices, for employees in programs receiving discretionary funding. These layoff plans would complement furloughs, where workers are directed to stay home without pay if Congress fails to extend funding past October 1st. Democrats argue this is a calculated move to destabilize the government, a tactic that has been repeated by Trump's administration. Yet they insist this is a battle over survival, not a matter of financial sustainability. In a press conference, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries declared, "We will not be intimidated by Russ Vought, who's completely out of control." Similarly, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called the OMB memo an attempt at intimidation, calling Trump's actions nothing new, a pattern of using power to undermine institutions. Critics argue this is a classic case of political leverage, where the government's stability hinges on the willingness of leaders to negotiate. Democrats are pushing for a breakthrough, leveraging their sole leverage in the GOP-controlled Congress to secure a more favorable deal. Earlier this month, they introduced a counteroffer to a GOP-led bill aimed at extending government funding, which would also keep health insurance subsidies alive. However, both proposals fell short in the Senate, leading to a standoff. The House approved a Republican measure to fund the government for 7 weeks. But GOP leaders extended the chamber's break past October 1st, forcing the Senate to act. Jeffries criticized this as a desperate attempt to derail negotiations, calling the House-passed continuing resolution dead on arrival in the Senate. He questioned why Republicans have abandoned D.C. and refused to engage in bipartisan talks. "Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency," he said. "And if the government shuts down, it's because they wanted to." This sentiment echoes from Schumer, who urged a meeting with Trump earlier this week but was canceled due to the president's demands. The Democratic Party's position is clear. They will meet with anyone, even the president, if the Republicans refuse to compromise. Jeffries emphasized the Democratic position is clear. "We will meet and sit down anytime, any place, with anyone, including the president, who canceled the meeting because the Republicans have determined they want to shut down the government and hurt the American people." This clash underscores a deeper tension. Can a government survive when its leaders prioritize political theater over public welfare? As the shutdown deadline approaches, the answer may hinge on whether lawmakers are willing to put aside partisan differences and prioritize the nation's well-being over ideological agendas. What do you think about the role of political leverage in government shutdowns? Leave your thoughts below.